Hey guys, today we're back with another firearms review, and today on the channel we'll be reviewing the Colt M45A1. Stay tuned for this one. Alright guys, we're back. Once again today on the channel we're going to be reviewing the Colt M45A1. This is the Colt Custom Shop M45A1. This is the last 45 ACP 1911 ever carried by the U.S. Marines. You can tell this by the U.S. government sign here on the right hand side of it, and the serial number ending in EGA, which stands for Eagle, Globe, and Anchor, which is one of the Marines' logos, if I'm not mistaken. I've never been in the military or anything like that, don't claim to be. This gun here has front cock and serrations, iron sights on it, a full Picatinny rail here on the bottom. You also have serrations here on the front of the grip. I think it's 25 or 30 lines per inch, feels pretty good. A lanyard loop here on the back, a good memory pad on your beaver tail, ambidextrous safeties, and just a normal carry hammer on it. So in this video here today, we're going to be talking about the good, bad, and the ugly of the Colt Colt M45A1. Reason I say good, bad, and the ugly is that there's some great things about it, there's some bad things about it, and there's some ugly things about it. We'll get into it in this video. Let's go ahead and take a few shots. Alright guys, let's start with the good of this gun. This is one of the most beautiful Colts I have seen on the market so far. Some say that they're discontinued. Others I've talked to say that they're still in production. The guy I talked to at Colt's my good buddy. I won't name drop him or nothing like that, but he said they are still in production. But as soon as they come out on the market, they go straight to gun broker and they fetch anywhere between $23,000 to $3,000. This one here is the full stainless model. I do not think this one's no longer in production. This one has the polished sides, polished Picatinny rail, and on the other side as well, polished flats and bead blasted top and lower. Very beautiful pistol, but that's one of the big positives about it. Another big positive about it, we'll go over here to our left hand side and we'll check out this trigger. So this is a Series 80 1911, which means it has the firing pin safety in it. Let's go ahead and feel that trigger together. There's your wall, pow. Go ahead and check the reset on it. There's reset and pow. One of the better Series 80 triggers I've ever felt on a Series 80 1911, so I do like that about it. Sights on it are good. They are the, from what I can see, the Novak style iron sight, or night sights, excuse me. The beaver tail is a very nice upswept beaver tail with a good palm swell in it, so you know as soon as you get your hand on that, the gun is going to fire. It's not going to accidentally not fire because you have not got the beaver tail fully decompressed, so I like that about it. That's really about it. And maybe even lines per inch and the grips. They're pretty. That's really about it. Going into the bad part about it. This thing here, it's got the double recoil system in it. I've heard a lot about the double recoil system, especially with 10 millimeters. This one here, it does have a decent amount of recoil for 45 ACP. It is not as bad as some others I've seen in the past. I've had a camera beforehand. It feels like a mule kicking you in the hand every time you shoot it. This one here, though, very smooth to rack, and it does fight that recoil a little bit, but I have felt better shooting 45s whenever it comes to the recoil. Another bad thing about it is that this gun here, you can use it as a tambourine. If you listen, the slide to fit frame on this is pretty crappy. Yes, it is a custom shop model, and to me that means that the slide and the frame should be fit pretty well together. A lot of places that I've heard that review these guns are like, hey, you know, the reason the tolerances are not tight on it is because if it gets grime, dirt, everything else in it, that it'll be more prone to still fire and it won't lock up as quick as them. I understand that, but at the same time, I have had custom 1911s such as Nighthawk and Wilson that are so tight that I fired 500-600 rounds to them and never had a single problem out of them. That Nighthawk sent, or the not Nighthawk, what is it, Sandhawk that Nighthawk sent us. We fired over 1,000 rounds to that thing, man, and never cleaned it once, and it fired just like a dream all the way through that. So I understand what they're getting at, but at the same time, if you're in a firefight to where you fired 1,000 rounds of ammunition and you haven't cleaned your gun, I'd hate to see what kind of firefight you're in, especially if you're only using a pistol. So that being said, I think that they use that to not get around having to fit their slide to their frame. But I think it's just sorriness on their part, especially whenever you're looking at anywhere between a $2,300, $2,400 pistol new, not even talking about how much more it brings. The actual roll marking here on it, it looks pretty good on this left-hand side. There's a few different messes up here on one of the stars, which is fine, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Over here on the other side, it looks fine as well. I think that's actually more of a laser engraved instead of roll marked, but still looks okay. That's really about it. And the ugly thing about this is that this Picatinny rail on here, it will not fit in any normal 1911 railed holsters. As you can see here, we have the Safariland 2011 holster for our Staccatos 5-inch 2011 or 1911s rail. It fits almost everything I've ever put into it that's got a rail on it. Yes, I know this one right here does not have a Surefire on it right now, but believe me, we've tried it with a Surefire, TLR1-HL, Olight. Trying to think what else we've tried it with. About everything in the world for most common pistol optic or pistol lights, and it does not fit a single one of them. So that being said, if you get this pistol here and you want to actually carry it in a holster, you're either going to have to get on eBay and find the holster that's now discontinued that Safariland made for the M45A1 back in the Marines, which is only an FDE. So that's one bad thing about that I don't like at all. But guys, I hate to sit here and say that this is a perfect pistol or whatever else, because it really isn't. Another thing as well, your accuracy from a 1911 comes in your barrel bushing. If they want to call this a custom 1911, then they need to have a barrel bushing in here that is truly fit to your barrel. If you have one and it's printing, you know, 2-3 inch groups at 20 yards, that really is not that good. Once again, I know that this is even supposed to be better than the actual M45A1 that was sent to the Marines, because this is a custom shop edition. To be honest with you guys, I really don't think it means that much, besides maybe the front stipple, because I know that it did not have it on the original one. Let's go ahead and take a few more shots through it though, and you can see what you think about it. It does come with two Wilson Combat 7-round magazines from factory, as you can see here. Let's go ahead and get loaded up. Take a few more shots with it. Empty. Here's a Chip McCormick 10-round magazine. I know I'm not that jerky, but I cannot hit that swinging man today. There we go, got him. There we go. One more 7-round magazine. Just put it up. All right. So once again, guys, beautiful gun, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, this for $2,300, $2,400 is pretty much a joke. The reason I say it for, guys, is it just isn't worth it. I've had better pistols, tighter pistols, and just overall better feeling guns in my hand that has been around that $1,600, $1,700 mark, such as Dan Wesson. That being said, though, the name carries a lot of money in itself. Yes, it's Colt, whatever else, but at the same time, if I had to spend $2,300, I would not be getting this pistol here unless you're just a Colt fanatic or you want to collect the same guns that the military's carried. So guys, that being said, if you have any questions or comments on the Colt 45, M45A1, leave in the comment section. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. And that's really going to be about it of this one, guys. Like I said, I'm kind of disappointed in it. I paid a decent amount for it, and I was expecting more out of it. So, oh well. Thank y'all for viewing as always. Like and subscribe for more gun reviews, and I'll see y'all in the next video.